Assalamu alaikum everybody, hoping you all are doing well, and I am once again back with Learn with Amna, and I have brought something that you might find difficult in your lives. So I have brought some tips related to your pronunciation. Is your pronunciation a problem for you? Let's solve your problem. So, 6 tips I'm going to share with you for improving your English pronunciation specifically. So, if with these 6 fruitful tips, you are going to excel a lot and you will be a very better speaker. So, any English language learner who actually wants to learn English should often work on spellings. So, it's not only the useful thing that you work on spellings, but if you want to know the correct word, how to pronounce it, then you have to say a word. Then only you are able to learn the pronunciation. Just take a look at the sentence I'm speaking and focus. The man didn't feel very comfortable in his gray suit. So now I have two words in the sentence which I have spoken very clearly: comfortable and suit. Right? So these two words in the sentence are very powerful because they are the main thing of the sentence. Like they are the main meaning of the sentence. So what? English spellings hasn't evolved much over the period of last many years and decades. So when we pronounce a word that we have to learn, it makes pronunciation a real challenge for us. And especially if I talk about language learners, so it's a really big challenge for the learners, beginners. But good pronunciation is not basically that how words and letters sound, but there are other quality important features that you should consider. Just like you, for example, can say intonation, that how the tone of your voice should change in a sentence, like stress word, where you have to give stress in which syllables, and connection of speech, how words can sound different when you are joining them together in natural speech while speaking. So all of these features would be a contribution to a good pronunciation. So don't confuse them with accent. That is different than an accent. So if you say, then in UK and USA, other English speaking countries, there are many different type of accents. So people with those different accents can be considered to have correct pronunciation. Say for example, UK and USA has a different pronunciation. So when you're learning English, you don't have to sound British or American, but you have to be good pronunciation speaker. In fact, if I say that many native speakers love hearing English spoken with a Spanish, Italian, or a French accent. So, how can you work on your pronunciation? Have you ever thought it? So that the people from all over the world can understand what you're saying easily. So, if you want to retain your native speaker, I'm going to share my 6 helpful tips for you. First of all, my tip number 1 for you is listen. Now, listening to examples of authentic speech is more obvious and necessary to improve your pronunciation. There are lots of ways you can improve. You can watch a film in the original version. You can listen to podcasts. You can talk about a topic that keeps your interest. And you can also listen British Council English Podcasts app as well. From there, you can be a great help. So even listening to music can help you a lot. If you think that you cannot listen to stories and other stuff, so you can enjoy music, and that can help you in this regard to improve your pronunciation. Because you'll try to notice the intonation that the people and the singers are using. So you can add to this by shadowing. What is shadowing? Now, shadowing is that you listen to a short sentence or a phrase and then repeat it afterwards. You try to imitate the sound, you progress with the intonation, you focus on the word stress, and your mouth speaks exactly the person is speaking. So tip number 2 of the day is record yourself. Now, tip number 2 I'm going to share is record yourself. once you have practiced shadowing, that I have told you is listening to a short sentence and repeating it time and again. After it is shadowing. So now I am saying you to record yourself. You could record yourself speaking, either repeating a short phrase, or you have listened to any other sentence you have listened to. So doing a longer speaking task from a course book, like describing a picture, listen back and make a note of any sound that you have problems with. You can practice the words, you can practice the sound slowly and then record yourself again. So can you notice an improvement if you do so? Just do it today and you'll find the improvement in yourself. Tip number 3 is get to know the phonetic and phonemic chart. If you haven't gone through, you should do it now. Now, it's very important that visual representations of different sounds are there. So IPA says it. It's an IPA style. IPA is International Phonetic Alphabet. So it might look strange to you that whenever you feel like you're learning a new language, it really will help you in your pronunciation. So all the dictionaries you find have phonetic transcription of words, so that how to pronounce them. This is really helpful because you have already seen that English spellings doesn't always correspond with your pronunciation. Some words are silent and some are not. So think about the letter O. If I say O-U-G-H-O, in this word you have though, you can say through, you can say tough, you can say out. You can find out different words from the word O-U-T-H. So it would be possible to guess how to say those words with some help. So you can get some apps for the practice of pronunciation. Number 4 tip could be that you can use a dictionary. How? Now, as well as printed dictionaries are available for phonic transcriptions, there are a lot of online dictionaries as well, as the era is proceeding online. So wherever you click and listen to the word being spoken, a particularly good one is even there. So how do you say it? It's natural. If you click the button on Google, it will help you in speaking and providing you a best pronunciation. Number 5, do some exercises. Now, exercises of what? Definitely of improving your pronunciation. Different languages have different sounds, so if you're learning English, that would have definitely different sounds. What you can do is you can learn the words, different words, by practicing and doing exercises orally. So learning English site would be a good selection if you go for videos and different tutorials. Maybe in my upcoming videos, you'll be finding some pronunciations and explaining how to sound different words and practice them. Lastly, I have a thing to share with you, that is get to know your minimal pairs. Now, what does it mean? Minimal pairs are the words that you have lost almost the exact same pronunciation. Like minimal pairs are those words which almost have the exact same pronunciation, but one of them sound that is different. Say for example, ship and sheep. So you can find the difference. You can find the difference that I in ship and sheep, I and 2 dot colon is called. In dictionary you will find showing the long vowel would help you a lot in differentiating both of them. So finally, don't ever feel bad if you still make mistakes with your pronunciation. Why? English is famously tricky basically, so you are not supposed to lose heart and leave it, but you have to keep practicing and keep listening to the people around you. You can take help from my different videos regarding listening and speaking skills, as well in upcoming videos reading and writing. I'll be focusing on some tips that are useful for you. So these were all for today's 6 tips I have given you for improving your English pronunciation. I'll be coming with some improvements in your life, and I'll be providing you different platforms to work on. Like, I'll be providing you some exercises in my upcoming videos that would help you a lot, and you can learn from there as well. So till my next video, take very good care of yourself and try to improve your accent and pronunciation, and keep the difference of pronunciation and accent. They are two different things. Till my next video, take care of yourself. Fi amanullah. Bye bye. See ya. Keep subscribing and sharing my channel.